Hello my dear student, this is Shantanu. Welcome back to my channel again. Today in this video, I will discuss some more important error detections for the competitive exams like SSC, CGL, CHSL, PSC, Bank, CDS, etc. etc. So, if you haven't followed my previous video till now, kindly browse through the playlist of my channel Competitive English. You will find all the videos necessary for all of you. So dear students, let's get started. Kindly keep your eyes rolling across the board. Now look over the first questions. In the exams, you will be given 4 options. Out of the 4 options, you have to select the right option where the mistake lies. If there is no mistake, then the option no mistake should be taken into account. Now look over the first questions. He is wearing for the last 4 hours. He is wearing, is it the mistake? For the, is it the mistake? Last 4 hours, is it the mistake? Or there is no error. Now look over the sentence properly. Some action has been going on for some certain period of time. Whenever some action goes on for a certain period of time, so it is generally qualified for the present perfect continuous tense. In case of present perfect continuous tense, we use 2 auxiliary verbs. They are has been and have been. So here this part is having mistake. It should have been he has been wearing for the last 4 hours. There is no mistake here or here. Rather, the mistake lies in the applications of tense. It is written in the present continuous tense. On the other hand, it should have been in the present perfect continuous tense. So the mistake lies here. Now if I just look over the next question, she walked in the room where the murder had taken place. Now this part belongs to the simple past or past indefinite tense, and this part belongs to the past perfect tense. Now look over the sentence properly. She walked in the room where the murder had taken place. Now mistake, is there any mistake or not? She walked in, is this a mistake? The room where the murder, is this a mistake? Had taken is a mistake or no error? Now be careful when some movement is there, from outside to inside. So here you can say in the second set, outside to inside movement is there. This means she walked. That means suppose this is the room. Here she walked into the room. That means outside to inside movement. So in case of outside to inside movement, we use into instead of in. So here this is the mistake. It should have been into, but here in is only given. So in case of outside to inside movement, it should be in, into, not in. So if I write outside to inside movement, into must be there. Okay. Now if I just look over the next question, were he to see you, he would have been surprised. Now this is called the fictitious sentence. That means we are imagining something that never happened at all. So we are going to imagine like that. So were he to see you, he would have been surprised. Now be careful about one thing. whenever you are going to write any kind of sentence in assertive form, the order must be like SVO order. This means subject, verb, object. But here, look over the sentence construction. Instead of maintaining the SVO order, we have just maintained the VSO order, because we have placed this verb before the subject. So it should not have been. It should be like, he were to see you, he would have been surprised. So this is the actual mistake. So instead of where he, it should have been where he were to see you, he would have been surprised. Another mistake is there, it is not given. So actually the sentence is, if he were to see you, he would have been surprised. But this sentence is, if it's not given, so you don't need to write if. If you don't need to write anything extra, you are just asked to find out the error, not asked to find out the error and correct the error. So here if should have been there, if is not there, so there is no need to write if. So here again I am going to say VSO order is followed, but here instead of the VSO order, the SV order must be followed. So this part is called the is having the mistake. So this will be the order. This means subject, verb, object. Object may not be there. Instead of object, some complementary part may be there, but something must be there. Now if I just look over the next question, it is difficult for anyone to pass time hours. It is difficult. Is this the mistake? For anyone, is this the mistake? To pass time, is this the mistake or no? Error. Now look over the sentence construction. We have written to past. So whenever we are going to use to as infinitive, we should always go for the present form of the verb. We should always go for the present form of the verb. So past cannot be the verb. Rather, it is called a preposition. So instead of past, it should be past, PASS. So this part is having the mistake. There is no mistake in this part. It is difficult or for anyone. Rather, to pass. It should have been to pass, PASS. Now if I just look over the next question, myself and Gopal will take care of the function. Myself and Gopal will take care the function. Now you should learn one thing. Whenever you are going to write some sentence like myself or Gopal, generally we write the sentence in this form: you, he and I. We cannot write I, you, I, he, or something like that. We cannot disorder this order. So you is called second person, it is called third person, and it is called first person. Now here there is no case of any second person, rather third person is there. So after the third person, we should always pounce on the first person. After the third person, we should always pounce on the first person. So here the order should have been like Gopal and I, first thing, and myself cannot be the subject at all, because myself in a sentence can either function as reflexive pronoun or emphatic pronoun depending on the sentence construction, but myself cannot be the subject, number one. And number two, this order should be maintained. So after the third person, first person must be coming into effect, not like first after the first person, third person is coming into. This is not the right construction at all. So the mistake lies here. Now if I just look over the next question, I have read too many books by R.K. Naran. Now where is the mistake? I have read too many books by R.K. Naran, or no error. Now, we generally say so many books, not too many books. Too many books is a different kind of construction. So we never say too many books. It's an incorrect piece of English. We should always say so many books instead of too many books. The right answer should be so many books. So the mistake lies here. Now if I just look over the overall question of the session, in the first question, the sentence must be in the present perfect continuous tense, but it is in the present continuous tense. In the second question, some movement is there outside to inside, so automatically instead of into should be there, but here in is there. Where he to see, here in case of fictitious sentence we should write, we can easily place where, but the sentence construction must be like the SV order, subject verb object, but here we have followed the VSO order, verb before the subject we have placed the verb, so this is the wrong one. In the fourth question, we should go for the present form of the verb after the application of the infinitive to, but here we have just written past. Past is a preposition, not the verb at all. So this is the construction. Myself and Gopal, this is the wrong construction. Instead of myself and Gopal, it should be like Gopal and I. First and foremost, you should know the self word cannot function as subject at all. It functions either as reflexive or emphatic pronoun, counting upon the syntax of the sentence, or you can say how the sentence is used. In the last question, we never write too many books, we should always write so many books. It's a phrase you can say, I have read too many books by R.K. Narayanan. So this is my short class for all of you as far as error detections is concerned for the competitive exam like SSC, CGL, CHSL, PSC, CDS, etc., etc., even banks exam too. If you like my video, you can share my video, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell icon for more such video. Tomorrow I will come up with some more error detection. Till then, have a very good day.